10:49 in the morning, Michigan Science Center. Back with us today, Charlie Gibson. Amanda Murray is here. You got your big starring debut right at the top this morning before we started because you had a great costume. And I'm near my corset.
Yes.
So
We're waist training.
There
Chuck
we
and
go.
I. That's what we're doing.
So what is it with all the costumes? Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this month, in fact on Thursday, we're kicking off our cosplay After Dark. So our After Dark series is something that's been going on since December.
Right.
It's for 21 and up. So I know you and I were talking about what's for adults at the Science Center. So we have from 5 to 8 o'clock on third Thursdays. We have drinks, we've got all sorts of activities, and this month our theme is cosplay and improv. So if you may be unfamiliar with cosplay, it's all about costume play, okay? And so I just want to do a quick demonstration because this one will take a few minutes to sort of really see what it actually is all about. But we're making foam here. All right, so we've got 2 wet ingredients that we're pouring into our cup here. And once we start to mix them together, a chemical reaction is going to take place, and we're actually creating some foam. So Toddy, why don't you go ahead and
only
just
at the
stir
Science
that up
Center
for me.
do craft cocktails mean something completely different to Charlie.
I know, right?
So this is really neat because we can talk about polyurethane foam, and you might have seen this as actually like great stuff that you can buy in a can. So those are the 2 ingredients that are inside there.
I'll just make my own. How about that?
So now that that's stirred up, we can kind of just sit and wait and kind of watch that. But in addition to this foam, Amanda's got some other foams that we might be using for our costumes.
Yes, so this is craft foam. You can get it at all different kinds of stores. It's easily accessible. It's actually called EVA foam. It's ethyl vinyl acetate. It's a polymer, and it can do a lot of really cool things that people don't know to make costumes. So these are superhero masks. We're going to be making masks in our overnight.
I am a superhero.
Sure
So
they are.
what we do is if you have a heat gun or a hair dryer, you can heat them up and the foam will actually take shapes for you.
Oh, wow,
So if you
okay.
want to wear one
Sure,
too,
I
there
will,
you
yeah.
go.
Why not?
So what you
Live it up.
do is you could just heat it up with a heat gun, and if you're using a heat gun, I advise to be very, very careful. They can get very hot. And you just heat it up.
I'll definitely use
bit.
a blow dryer, Amanda.
And blow dryer works just as good. Yep. And you get it nice and soft, and then what you do is you can form it right to your face.
Oh, okay. So probably use the side that wasn't on the blow dryer.
Oh, very cool. So it's not just one size fits all. It's custom made Batman?
Yep. And then what you do is you can put it right to your face and just squeeze here.
Oh, very cool.
And it will hold that shape once
There you
it
go.
cools, and it will keep this nice shape here. And you can
So
actually
you make
foam
these
it.
other
Yes, so these are other things that I've made.
bracelets?
You can use Pringles cans. I use Pringles cans at home.
Okay.
If you want to make armor, and you can attach it there and heat it. And when you heat it up and let it cool, it actually keeps that shape.
And what are you painting it with? Is this just...
So just acrylic paints.
Okay.
You can use spray paints. There's all different kinds of paints you can use. I advise treating it with maybe some glue first because it's a polymer. Will soak in the paint.
Got it.
So the really neat thing about all this stuff is that there is definitely science involved in the polymers and different materials that they use in costuming, but also it's this idea of innovation and being inventive with your materials. So a lot of these things are so simple that you might have never thought that they could transform into these really neat creations. In fact, that axe that you guys saw at the beginning of the segment there, Amanda's got.
Oh, this one here that Amanda jumped in with? Oh, this one.
Have you guys recognized who she is today?
From Game of Thrones? I don't know.
I do have a Game of Thrones touch.
It's similar to that, yeah.
It's Astrid. Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And then the corset here that Chuck, you're going to put on.
Yes, it's like a William Shatner girdle. It pulls you in and you wouldn't be able to breathe.
Keeps everything in place. That's a good one. So what are those? Are those?
These are armor. These are pauldrons. Shoulder pauldrons. So this is from a video game character. This is Elsa.
Okay,
Elsa
beautiful.
from Frozen. Yep.
Okay.
So adults get to have permission to dress up, come have fun, and then tune into the geeky side and understand what's going on with science.
And everybody can do it.
Tickets are available on our website. We encourage you to log on and pick some of those up. They're only $15, and you get a drink with that too. It's a good deal.
Done and done.
Thanks,
you guys
Michigan
so much
Science
for
Center.
being